Allen Tower is a multi-use facility. The footprint's about 48,000 square feet, and it's got 51,000 yards of concrete. Since we went on the 8th level, got into our typical floors, and we stabilized at that point. And once we stabilized, we've been able to turn all of our decks in 5 days. We pour deck here 3 days a week. We pour on Mondays, pour the vertical that afternoon. Tuesday morning, we'll stress the cables. Once the cables are stressed and everything's within plus or minus 7%, we fly our tables that same day. We're done, we're putting rebar on it again, and then we pour two on Wednesday. Same scenario, we place the deck, we stress the next day, we're flying the tables again. As soon as we're slicked off and clean and we're ready to scan, Walter will come out from engineering. He sets up that afternoon and scans the floors.
It's very fast-paced, especially that job site. So the GTL allows me to scan in less than 2 minutes, get the data that I need, and move on from there.
And at that point, then he can go back and create the FFL number.
Right now, as I did it, the job site is right behind me, 30 minutes to process and get FFL readings. Down here, you can actually see all of our readings, the percentage. We're talking about a 31 pass, 21 pass. Another key, everything could be done from the job site on that same floor, so I could get actual readings and tell the finisher supervisor the result. If he's happy or not about it, the GC or the supervisor can get this information as well.
For us, being a concrete company, when we place the concrete, we're responsible for it from that moment. This is the way of us being able to prove when we got off of it, it was where it was supposed to be.
As long as we're good and we got that documentation, which we get from the equipment, that saves us a bundle right there. Because we can prove that our floors are well within tolerance. And we do it the same day we pour, and we move on and we don't look back.
The GTL is really easy to use. For any field engineer with any robotic conventional experience, it's just the same thing, they just added a scanner on top. It's easy to settle in and localize yourself, shooting known control points and transferring those control points as a regular topo shot to anywhere in the job site with known elevation.
Before, it was basically a topo, your optical level with a rod man, checking every 10 feet, taking a shot to check the elevation of the floor. That's a big difference on there.
If you're using a 2-man crew to do a topo on a 10 by 10, you're gonna get a point every 10 foot that has data. With this scanner, you're getting millions of points. Literally every square inch of what you're scanning is gonna have data.
You scan the floor, you get everything around you. And an hour process from scanning and processing the data beats 3 hours of dipping the floor.
The jobs, they're gonna get better and better. 4 years ago, we used to have plants on everywhere. Now, you got everything on the screen. You make the job faster, safer, and that's what has been helping us a lot to build this building.